Okay, we're back in the beta and we're going to have a quick look at the new items that have been released. So first of all, we do have Little Chestnut, a unique item which has the effect Shop Refreshes. 30% chance for a trade offer. Every 6 seconds gain 3 buffs of the type you have most of, which is awesome. And triggers 1% faster for each gold the star items are worth, which is on the left and right hand side. Now this can only be found within rounds 4 to 18. But hey, super interesting, unique. And I can't wait to see what sort of builds we can build with Little Chestnut. But then we also have 2 skills. Knife to meet you, daggers attack 40% faster. After 12 seconds, your weapons deal 40% more damage and triggers 10% faster for each dagger you have. Now, first glance, you look at this and I think this is going to be awesome because it is all about daggers. But to be quite honest, daggers attacking 40% faster might not be as big of a deal because you kind of want your daggers to be triggered on stun anyway. And then if you're lasting for 12 seconds, your hammer dagger build is not doing what it's supposed to do, which is being a big old burst build. And then triggers 10% faster for each dagger. To be honest, this being at 12 seconds, if I had a 100% increased attack speed, which is 10 daggers, it would go down to 6 seconds. And typically, hammer dagger builds don't last more than 6 seconds. So I actually think this might be more beneficial to builds that want to go into fatigue. Kind of like the Nocturnal Locklifter Reaper. But hey, then we also got Dig Deeper. It requires you to have a shovel, and shovels dig up more valuable items. Start a battle, inflict 2 blind. Now I haven't tried this out yet, but it does sound amazing. It can only be found at round 42. But it does, in fact, be super specific. And you don't want to hold on to shovels for too long either. And the difference between this and Pica Pinata is a lot more fun in my opinion, since it is not going to be tied to your stamina or your weapons. However, I'd like to see how valuable the valuable items are meant to be. Also, inflicting 2 blind at the start, kind of nice too. But then we got the Poison Spear, which is basically like the Snow Stick except for it is for poison, but also destroys a bunch of armor too. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be a super strong late game weapon. I think this is going to be a super awesome mid game weapon. It might be a good utility weapon as well. And it might add more poison archetypes to different classes other than the Reaper. But I still have to try it out, and it is crafted up using a Poison Pot, Pestilence Flask with a Spear. We've also got a new bag type, the Hold All. It has 6 slots, start a battle, gain 4 block for each neutral item inside. And basically a leather armor with a good old Gooberts. So it's not bad, 24 armor for free. And then we got good old Shelly, brand new pet. Cleanse effects have a 40% chance to cleanse an additional debuff. Every 12 seconds, cleanse 6 debuffs and heal for 40. And triggers 10% faster for each potion. And Shelly is crafted up with a health pot and a shiny shell. Now this pet does have a long cooldown, so I'm not entirely sure if it is going to be the best pet of all time. But hey, there wasn't too much crazy items added this time around. But they did add in this other game modes, which you can join a lobby, you can host a lobby, and you can do custom on ranked and give yourself a bunch of golds or 0 golds. And you can also adjust your rarity chances as well, looking for those uniques. And you can also be a super tank too. And you can go up again Diamond, Master, Platinum, Gold, Silver, Bronze, or even just in unranked. Okay, let's go ahead and jump some unranked games with a random character and see who we're going to get today. So it looks like we got ourselves Amateur Darkness, which is kind of awesome. We're going to start off by grabbing a broom. Now actually, a stone badge early on I will be taking just for right now. Doesn't mean you can't grab any short bows, which is not so great. Lucky clovers, cards. All of these items I actually do kind of want to grab, but stone badge for 1 or 2 rounds shouldn't be too bad. Let's grab a lump of coal as we roll. And another undead fan amulet. Hell yeah, I'm going to be grabbing. But we're going to move on. So with this emerald, we should get 1 regen. With our lump of coal, we should be able to get a random buff, which we got the worst one we could have possibly ever gotten being mana. It's really not great early on. But hey, smashing overall. Just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. Not too bad. I'm going to grab this undead family. I have this steel, which is amazing. Which means we probably should grab our leather armor, but I do want to roll. And I'm going to roll one more time. Okay. This has been a legal start. For now though, we do want to craft up a freaking shovel. We're also going to need to reserve this bit of storage too. But yeah, I'm going to move on. We have our Amateur Darkness, targeting basically our broom and our frying pan, along with our stone badge. And yeah, this is actually looking crazy insane for sure. Starting off really awesomely. We We got a shovel, which should be amazing. We're going to grab this bit of storage. We're going to grab you and craft you pretty much immediately. And we're going to be taking a good old piggy bank also. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. So we are going to need to find a way to proc our stone's compulsion. So we do need to get to 45 armor from the very beginning. Actually proc it. Or at least during the fight too. But shouldn't be too much of a problem. Our opponent did has the rainbow badge. So they're going to get one of every buff. Which will be quite scary, but we should be able to inflict a lot of blinds. Stack up a decent bit of block and use our Armor to Darkness to inflict some damage as well. However, it's looking neck and neck. But smashing. Not too bad overall. Now I was really hoping for the dig deeper skill, which we didn't actually get. However, we did get stones. And stones with the Amulet Steel is kind of awesome. But we did use up our stones for our stone's compulsion, which is not so great then. But it does mean I'm going to be taking Superspacious. Let's grab you. Let's grab ourselves that broom. Let's grab ourselves a big old banana. And I do want to grab ourselves a set of blueberries too. And awesome. That was extremely lucky to be getting this leather bag also. But hey, I'm going to move on once again. Now, eventually, I do want to sell our stone badge. So I do want to grab ourselves some crit chance. If not grabbing crit chance, is going to be super not great for us. So I'm either going to sell it next round or the round after. Well, we'll see. Our opponent does have Thorn Burst, which is going to be stunning us a little bit. It's going to be stacking up some spikes. Which is not so ideal, but can we keep ahead? Our opponent has inflicted a lot of poison on us, which is not so great, but so far, smashing even. Not too bad. Okay, speaking of crazy insane, we can craft up one of the new weapons right now, being that Poison Spear. So, let's go and do that. Let's go and craft up Poison Spear. Does mean I'm going to sell you, and I'm going to roll, and yeah, I'm going to sell our stone badge right now. So we did get ourselves a magic staff. But I'm going to want to reserve this leather bag. So I kind of want to go Poison Spear, Serpent Staff type build. And we'll see how we get that done. But with our Amulet of Darkness, we should be in a pretty decent spot too. But our opponent is inflicting a lot of poison with the Pandemonium. But can we keep ahead? Unfortunately, we just fall short. Not so great. But hey, we got our Poison Spear. Which means we can add in our nature items, like so. And have no troubles. Now we do want to grab the storage. I do want to grab you too. Being Amulet well is not too bad. I do want to grab a second piggy bank also. But again, I'm going to move on. So at least with our Poison Spear in, we should be able to inflict a lot of poison. With our magic staff, we should be able to deal quite a bit of damage too. Our opponent is also going to have Poison Spear, but smashing. Not too bad overall for us. So I do want to grab ourselves a carrot. This little bit of storage. We're going to roll. That's also a spear. I kind of want to grab it and hold on to, but not actually use it up. So I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to take it for now. And yeah, just going to hold on to it. We're going to move on once again. At least now with our carrots in, we should be able to cleanse a little few of those debuffs. And we'll see. I'm keeping that spear so we can potentially go for a Holy Spear, Poison Spear type setup. But we'll see. Our opponent does have that flame up with a freaking hammer and a bunch of bananas with the hammer feasting, but still not too bad overall for us. Now we do have a choice to make. And the funny thing is, I kind of want to grab ourselves a MEGACLOVER. And we literally got everything I have ever dreamed of in my entire life in one shot. Not exactly, but yeah, we're going to be crabbing up a Serpent Staff for sure. Now, does it mean I do want to roll once more because I do want to grab ourselves a bit of storage to fit that in. And I do want to flip this around so we can have our setups be more like this for now. But yeah, let's keep it moving for now. So we still have no way to proc our Stone Skin Potion. But we kind of want to craft ourselves up a Moon Armor. Or at least grab ourselves a Holy Armor. That way we cleanse some poison too. But yeah, shouldn't be too bad. We're inflicting a lot of poison. and dealing a lot of damage. And we could have went Poison Ivy since we're stacking up so much poison, but I do kind of like grabbing MEGCLOVER here because I do want to craft up some lucky pigs as well. We're going to grab you for now. Let's grab ourselves these set of blueberries. Let's roll 2. And that is a holy armor 2, which I do want to grab. Now the thing is, I'm going to spend around crafting up that glowing crown. I'm going to spend around crafting up a lucky pig 2. And yeah, I'm going to move on. So we're going to be crafting up a holy spear with a poison spear with a serpent staff. And it should be overall fantastic. We're going to need a lot of mana generation, that's for sure. But we'll see how we get on right now. Our opponent does have the brand new Shelly, which does cleanse a lot of debuffs. Also giving a big old burst heal. And they might actually win out because of that. Unfortunately. We're in a bad spot because we're crafting up that holy spear, but once you craft it up, it should use up a lot less stamina overall. We do have a couple of options right now. Since we have Superspacious, we could literally go for Bagtacular. A super awesome combo between 2 skills. We can go for By the Holy Lights, increasing the speed of our holy spear, and go for some Jin's Lamps. Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to take. And we did get the unique Little Chestnut, which I kind of want to take too. So for this round, I'm going to grab Little Chestnut. Now, it does mean I'm going to have to roll. Okay, we've got ourselves a freaking Prismatic Orb on sale, which is nuts. For sure, we do want to grab that and place that in pretty much immediately for now. And we're going to have to reserve this bit of storage. But unfortunately, I'm going to move on with this setup. So we do have a Prismatic Orb here, giving us 4 mana for our Serpent Staff to start inflicting some poison. That's a lot of poison stacked up pretty much immediately. And yeah, with a Holy Spear, we should be able to cleanse some of the poison we do inflict on ourselves, but unfortunately, our opponent just managed to out-survive us. Not so great. But hey, we got ourselves some storage. Let's grab more storage. Does mean we can't grab our Holy Armor, but we're going to waste 2 gold rolling to grab even more storage for now. But I did move our setup around, so we are going to move on with this setup. We do have our Lucky Pig targeting our Serpent Staff, so we have a higher chance to inflict or duplicate that poison. And also increase the chance that our Amulet of Darkness is going to trigger that effect damage. So we'll see. Now our opponent is inflicting a lot of debuffs too. And unfortunately, we do still in fallen shorts, which is not so great. However, we've got our Lucky Pig. We're going to be taking our Holy Armor, which you do want to place our Amulet of Steel in once again. Right, Little Chestnut's been good and all, but we're going to sell you. We definitely want this Mana Orb straight away, so we're going to be selling all these. And pretty much going to place that in like so for now. And yeah, I'm going to move on once again. So at least now we should be able to activate our Stone Skill Potion. We should be able to get some power. We should be able to get some block. We should be able to stack up some poison. And also deal a lot of damage. And smash it. Not too bad overall. Now we got our Moon Armor, which should provide us a lot of mana, as well as actually reflecting some of those debuffs. Now we do want to roll. I do want to grab more storage. We're going to keep rolling for now. And a Holy Armor on sale for 7 is quite interesting. But I'm going to ignore for now. I do want to grab you too. Let's keep going. Eye Lamp, actually we could have taken since it is a holy item. Now we'll grab this Fanny Pack though. Increasing the speed of our Moon Armor. Let's also grab you. And I'll be back in a second while I sort our inventory out. But hey, we do need to find ourselves some crit chance, but we did change our whole setup around so our Lucky Pigs are targeting Serpent Staff. We do have our Holy Lights in here, increasing the speed of our Holy Spear. Along with our Moon Armor, along with our Prismatic Orb too. We have our Poison Spear here to have max value, shredding some armor, inflicting some poison. And we have some way to cleanse some of our debuffs. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and see. And we should have a nearly 40% chance to inflict or duplicate that poison. We should have a ton of block. We should have even more power. And yeah, actually this is looking definitely awesome. We got invulnerability and smashing. Not too bad overall. I'm going to grab the stone. I'm going to reroll. That's another freaking Prismatic Orb. I do actually want to grab pretty darn badly. For now though, we'll be grabbing the storage. We're going to sell you, and I do want to take you right now. But it does mean I'm going to move on with this sort of situation. So we should be able to start with a lot of mana. We do get our invulnerability straight away. Our opponent also has the invulnerability. Our opponent is also inflicting a lot of poison back at us, since they are Mr. Struggles. But actually, smashing. Our build came together quite nicely. And we do have a 64 DPS, which is not too bad. Being the Holy Spear, being the Poison Spear, being our Spikes, and then our Serpent Staff. Our Serpent Staff not doing too much damage, to be quite honest. Not so great. As for heals, non-existent. As for block, we do need to increase that. But I do believe we can actually make this a lot better. So let's go ahead and continue on. Now that's Time Dilator, which I'm not going to be taking for sure. I do want to grab this bit of storage. Let's grab ourselves blueberries. Let's grab more of these lucky clovers. Let's roll for now. That's a freaking mana orb, which I think is going to be too amazing to not place in here. The problem is it's not going to be a holy item, which is not so great. Now that's another Pestilence Flask, which I'm not going to be taking. What I do want to do is I'm going to sell our Superspacious for now so we can grab ourselves a freaking Jin's Lamp. So Jin's Lamp is going to try and trigger on our Serpent Staff as much as possible. Now I'm going to actually place this in to reduce our opponent's healing, but yeah, let's go and move on. So we want our Jin's Lamp to pretty much instant trigger on our Serpent Staff so we can deal a lot of damage and inflict a turbo amount of poison. And yeah, this is looking insane. All we need right now is 100% crit chance with 1 Acorn Collar and smashing damage. Not too bad overall. So hey, let's go ahead and roll. Let's grab you. Amulet of Energy. Even better for sure. We took that storage, but we actually can't fit this stamina sack in. So I'm going to roll. I will, however, grab another bit of block. Let's keep rolling for now. And I do want to grab ourselves another set of blueberries. But I'm going to sell you to keep rolling for now. Let's roll again. Another mana orb. Do we actually want it though? Not exactly. But I'm going to reserve this fanny pack. And yeah, let's go and move on with this setup. So we should be in a much, much better spot. We do get a ton of block. We do get invulnerability. We deal a lot of damage. We inflict a turbo amount of poison. And we're stacking up quite a few buffs. And smashing, actually. Now, even without our Acorn Collar, we do have a 67% crit chance because of that Ranger bag. So not too bad overall. We're going to grab the storage. We're going to grab our Unstable Recombobulator as we roll. And we're going to take this Corrupted Crystal. Something we're lacking pretty much quite significantly. However, I'm going to reserve this Jin's Lamp for now. And I'm just going to let our Unstable Recombobulator recombobulate for now. And we'll see. Our opponent does have a crazy potion setup. But yeah, we should have no problem whatsoever. We should be able to inflict a lot of debuffs, have a ton of block, and overall smashing. Super, super awesome builds. And we did Unstable Recombobulate our stable. Whatever I just said. We've got a piggy bank, a banana, and some stones. But hey, we're definitely going to grab a second Jin's Lamp. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 bits of luck with our lucky pig. So we should be able to proc our MEGACLOVER win con pretty much straight away. I'm going to grab you another Amulet of Energy. Hell yeah, I'm going to be definitely including that. Let's keep rolling for now. Another mana orb we could honestly just take for a little bit more block, a little bit more mana at the very beginning. Let's roll again. Let's roll one more time. And you know what? We're going to be selling you. We're going to sell you and you. And some luck to grab this. Amulet of Feasting. Actually, not too bad. With the amount of food items we do have, we could keep it, but let's get rid of it. Well, yeah, this is going to be a fun setup. A Serpent Staff, Poison Spear, Holy Spear type setup with double Jin's Lamps, with Amulet of Energy, with a Abided Holy Lights, Prismatic Orb, Moonshield type setup with Amulet of Steel also. Throw one more time. And yeah, let's go and see, is this going to be good enough? So we should have just enough to proc our MEGACLOVER win con. We'll see. We're going to slow this one down. Our opponent does have that Shelly. We do get our block. We did use up our lamps, so our Serpent Staff is going to be doing quite a bit of damage. And we should be able to inflict a turbo amount of poison. And yeah, that's a lot of damage. And so far, smashing. Pretty darn awesome combo between Holy Spear, Poison Spear, Serpent Staff. But yeah, we do end up with 120 DPS. Being the Serpent Staff, being the vast majority of it, then our Holy Spear, then our Poison, then our Poison Spear also. As for block, we managed to get about 444 block within 6 seconds. And honestly, the more Corrupted Crystals we actually should have taken for armor. But it definitely a super fun combo. But anyways, I'm going to leave you for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time.